Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday afternoon Dooger. I guess I don't have to turn the music off altogether. Let me know if that's a good level for it. Hi. Hello, everybody. Good level? Fantastic. I feel like I'm zoomed in more than usual. That feels more normal. It was so subtle, just a little. It was just we're just an itty bitty bit too close. Back up. Thank you. This is one of the pins that when Forecast Gray sent the box of pins for my kid. They were all like nature themed, right? So it was mostly bugs, but there were a couple like this. And she was like, "You like mushrooms? Do you want it?" I was like, "I do want it." I do, actually. I'll put it on my clothing. Thank you. Hello, everybody. We're doing an experiment right now inside of the house. The experiment is called Sam is slowly and leisurely getting out of bed while Clark is left alone with the dog. And she's had a week now. She knows the processes of what to do with the dog and how often to do it with the dog. But she's never been just left alone with the dog. I did my best to make sure that Peach fell asleep right as I was starting work and crushed it. She literally fell asleep as I turned on pre-show. Fantastic. So I don't think there's going to be an issue, but I'm still up here like waiting for the text that's like, "Hey, so everything's gone to shit." What? Sam didn't tell me. What happened? Did she just pee on the rug? Look, she did a little thing on the carpet. We're very fortunate in that right now she's a baby. She's an itty bitty baby, which means, yes, I am moving the mushroom pin so that you can more consistently see it. Don't worry about it. Sure. She's so tiny right now that her pees are pretty tiny. They're pretty easy to clean up. They still smell atrocious, it's really hard to get the smell out. So I used to have an enzyme cleaner for the cat pee. I haven't had to deal with cat pee problems in a long time. So I was looking around for it and I couldn't find it. So I was like, I guess when we moved, I either just didn't bother to bring it or left it behind by accident. So we have to re-buy an enzyme cleaner. But for the most part, most things, if I wash them with hot enough water, they're fine. You can't, some rugs you can. These rugs you can't just throw in the wash, you know? So we have to get a cleaner for them. Yeah, she's a Samoyed mixed with something. I have no idea what, because she just looks like a cloud. She's just a little marshmallow dog. She's amazing. I love her. She also made me cry yesterday because puppies are so frustrating. Holy shit. It literally is the like whiplash of emotions that I had when having an actual human baby in the house. I was like, man. Puppies are a lot. I have now raised a human baby and am raising a dog baby. And anybody who compares their experiences raising a puppy to a person when they're talking about raising a human baby, it's valid. It's valid. I know that the inclination is to be like, there's a huge difference between dogs and humans, which there is, but like the whip back and forth of like, I love this thing so much. What a little light in my life. I'm so happy. What a sweetheart. I can like project forward into the future when we're past all this bullshit that is stressing me out. So. Yeah. Clark was like, why can't we just put a diaper on her? I was like, no, that doesn't really work, honey. But she's whip smart, which is good and bad, right? It's good because it means that she's realizing what is and isn't okay really fast. She's not biting nearly as much. A lot of times she's going to bite and then stops herself, which is amazing. Because that's been the big barrier between her and Clark, is that she kept biting Clark, and then Clark would be like, I don't want to be around her, right? It was bad. And understandable. That's why I hated cats my whole childhood, because every time I interacted with a cat, I got scratched. And I was like, well, fuck cats, I guess. They suck, right? So yeah, you know, their relationship is getting a lot better. She really enjoys training, which is great. She's learning to sit, and she's learning to like focus on the person with a command. Both of those things she's doing really well with. So yeah, the con of her being very smart is that you have to worry about things like, oh, if I pee inside the house, they'll take me outside. I just really want to go outside right now. If I need to force a situation where I get to go outside, I guess I'll just pee. You know, so trying to be aware of shit like that. Is it a nip or a play bite? Before, so when she would bite Clark, she would draw blood. She's drawn blood on Clark 3 times, which again, this is why when I was talking about it before, and people were like, yeah, but those aren't really bites, so she needs to settle down. No, she doesn't. This dog was biting her. It means we needed to figure out a solution, right? So, it's a bite. It's a bite. Puppy teeth are so insanely sharp. They're little needles. So if they bite you, oh my God, it hurts so bad. So our current tactic that's been working really well is if she bites us, we yelp like a puppy, which alarms her every time. So it works. Yelp. And then when she backs up to be like, whoops, we give her a different toy. So that's been part 1. Part 2 is obviously just making sure that nobody is playing with her with their hands as the toy, right? Oddly enough, the person who I have to constantly remind not to do this is my father-in-law. Every time she's just sitting outside, he's like, hello, and he plays with her, and he's always just like doing this sort of stuff on her face. And just letting her bite his hands. And I'm like, stop. Stop letting her do that. But yeah, she's doing great. Somebody was asking about the cats. They don't interact. Sherlock steals her food. A classic maneuver. Sherlock steals her food if she doesn't eat it all, which is exactly what he does to Watson. So, you know, she's basically family in his eyes. But she got bopped in the nose once by Sherlock and has now decided all cats need to be treated with caution, which is a good lesson, honestly. So both Watson and Sherlock, she has not approached them, has not tried to play with them. She gives them a wide berth. She doesn't bark at them. Nothing. So as far as like first interactions go, I'm glad that that's how it went down. That Sherlock just honestly didn't use claws or anything, just bopped her in the nose, hissed a little bit, and left the room. And that's all it took for her to be like, okay, click, cats, scary. Yeah. I get it. You know, it's fun. It's fun to like rough around with puppies, but we have so many kids that come to the farm. We can't be having kids come to the farm and get bit by this dog because she thinks that it's fun playtime stuff. So. Big benefits, though. Big ups. She loves her crate. We weren't as proactive as we probably should have been about like making her crate like a nice, fun place for her. Literally all that we've done is just always had it in the room. We always leave it open. We always put her toys in there. So if she's not playing with the toy, we just toss it in the crate. So like all of her toys go in there, her little bed goes in there. And yeah, she'll howl sometimes if she's too amped up and we're like, okay, we need to settle down a little bit, right? She'll howl in there for a couple minutes. But pretty much every time like say I'm taking Clark to school, right? And we crate her in the morning for a half an hour or whatever. She's totally fine. She's just like, all right, bye. I'm going to snooze, dude. Yeah. And like, not to like diss my child, but I almost feel like something that helps with that is having a little kid that's like really intense with the dog. Because it winds up, we've tried to have a rule of like, don't go into her crate, right? Let her crate be her safe place. So I think it's almost like, okay, I know I can go in my crate and be left alone. Which is good. I think that's really good. I think that helps. Mushy does have the weekends off. That's true. Hey, Sin, how are you, dude? Cancelable offense. No. Don't tell my kid. She'll be so upset. And then the chickens keep getting out. No clue how. We like redid the whole fencing. And I'm still finding, and it's not the same one either. Otherwise I would be like, one of them's just figured out this flying thing, right? Like one of them is just like, this fence, garbage. I can fly over this shit. But it's a different one every time. I'm like, how are you getting out? Fortunately, they get really stressed when they're on their own. And we've been handling them a bunch ever since we got them. So they fly out. They basically just come to the house and just sit there on the lawn until I come out and go, what are you doing here? And then they just sit there until I pick them up and take them back to the coop. They don't want to be out by themselves. It's freaky for them. Yeah. My sister-in-law was like, I can't believe this real life chicken run that we're living through. They're just testing out different methods of escape and keep messing it up. Yeah, they're great. What's over this fence? Oh, right. All the other animals and other scary accoutrements. Never mind. Never mind. Someone save me. So, yep. How big are the sheep now? Pretty big. I mean, 2 of them were already adults. So they're, you know, they're like, the younger girls are getting pretty big. They're not full size yet, but they're definitely getting bigger. And then the baby is so cute, and he's been touched and like handled so much since he was born. It's the best. So these sheep are like dogs, and every morning I get up and go out to like change the chicken water and all of that stuff. And this sheep, this baby lamb is just at the fence staring at me like, are you going to come over and pet me? So I go over to the fence and I say good morning every morning. There's a little hink in this now because we have Peach. Peach and the lamb are obsessed with each other. They will watch each other like hawks for full minutes, just staring at each other, like following each other back and forth along the fence. The problem is, eventually, Peach gets too excited and just starts barking. Bark, 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 bark. She's just overwhelmed. And eventually, Lucky's like, all right, good talk. And he leaves. And I'm like, surely there's a better way. Surely we can do this a different way than just running back and forth along the fence line and then barking. But that's okay. Another thing that makes her bark a lot. This is going to be a short Sunday afternoon Dooger, by the way. I don't think I said that. It's going to be a short stream today because I offered to do a thing for the Parent-Teacher Association that I was supposed to do yesterday and forgot and got a text about it and was like, oops, I still need to do that. So I have to end early today so that I can get that done. So that they're not like, all right, this man cannot get anything done. I can. I swear. Anyways. Oh, she hates reflective stuff, which I think is interesting. She kept barking at things, and we were like, what is she barking at this for? And we finally realized that the common denominator with all the things she barks at are that she can see her reflection. We're like, oh, buddy. That's not a dog. That's not another dog, honey. Yes. Oh, I should retweet. Oh my gosh, because I have a Twitter now. I'll retweet the picture of the doggo. She's so cute. Done. Yeah, I have a Twitter again. Time will tell if it's a mistake. It's not my old Twitter, though. I'll tell you that much. Still was never able to get that back. So I made a new one. It's Shroom Bonus. And it's basically just a Twitter for Mushy, for the mushroom character. 'Cause why not? Fuck it. She's a little baby. She's so cute. Did you tweet that you're live right now? No, I didn't. Because I'm not the mushroom right now, so that feels weird. I didn't play Rebirth. I still haven't played it. Sam was gonna move the console into the house so that I could play it on the couch when I don't have like a stream or any work to do in the evening. And then we both forgot about that. So I hope one day you get the old one back. Me too. That would be nice. But, you know, what are you going to do, I guess? I haven't been here in forever. How long is forever? Do you know I VTube now? This isn't a VTuber. I feel like I need to be clear. Technology is advanced, but not that far. Since short hair time. I know. I went full realism with my model, so. That's what a VTuber would say. What do you mean? Yeah. Okay. Since I had pretty like really short hair, so like a year. I think I saw your model. It's cute. Thank you. What if this stream is all computer generated? That would be amazing. It's been a year. Time flies. Well, okay, so this is how long my hair is now. I haven't cut it in a while. So I don't know. How short was it last time you were here? Very short. Okay, yeah. I would say maybe a year then. Something like that. Yeah. The Office got finished. I VTube. I've been VTubing for a little over a month, I think. Or maybe just a month. We have a dog. We've had her in our life for a week. That's mostly it. I think that's mostly it. Yeah, cool bookshelf. Thank you. Oh, yes. Okay, we have a lot of animals. On the farm over the last year, we have acquired a lot of animals. There are 5 sheep on the property. We have 2 geese, 4 chickens. There's now 4 dogs, 3 cats. It's a whole thing. And it's been very fun. It's honestly a blast. One of the sheep, so we got 2 adult sheep, and then my sister-in-law works in animal husbandry, so she literally goes to farms constantly throughout the week and like helps with the birthing process with things and helps like restructure stuff, and that's like her job. So she winds up going to farms all the time where people are like, hey, do you know anybody who like wants a pig? Do anybody who, oh yeah, we have pigs now. Do you know anybody who wants like sheep? Anyways, so my sister-in-law had gotten 2 like full-grown sheep, and they're great. And then went to a farm where they had 2 baby lambs that they needed to sell, but they were young enough that they needed to be bottle fed. So they were like, yeah, it's really hard finding anybody who would like know how to do that because, you know, it's like so easy to get like air pockets trapped in them and it can be deadly and like this whole thing. My sister-in-law was like, I know how to do that. She was like, I'm pretty confident in my abilities to keep these 2 lambs alive. So she just brought them home. So then we had 4. We were like, damn, all right. And then, again, because this is her job, one day she went to everybody and she was like, hi, I'm pretty sure one of the adult sheep is pregnant. And we were like, what? She was like, yeah, she's showing all the signs that she's pregnant. Obviously, I'm not a vet. I have no way of like checking this for real. But I'm positive that she's pregnant. But I have to go away for work. So I need everybody to be prepared to potentially help with a live lamb birth if it happens while I'm gone. And we were like, okay. So she left and all of us were like, a sheep might be having a baby, right? And she totally did. None of us were watching the sheep for like 10 minutes and suddenly there was a baby. And we were like, oh my God. So she did it all on her own, which is ideal. She did it all on her own. Everything's fine. You know, was producing just fine, is very motherly. They have a very good relationship, the mommy and the baby. So we were like, great. That's fantastic. So we were sold a pregnant sheep. So she like immediately contacted the person that she got these sheep from and was like, hi, one of the sheep that you sold me was pregnant when you sold her to me. And apparently, obviously I wasn't there, but apparently the panic was crazy because they were like, if a ram broke in and impregnated one of the sheep, that means other sheep could also be pregnant. Again, not ideal. So she was like, oh my God, I will pay for all of the like vet bills, all of, you know, anything. Like, this has never happened before. I am so sorry. Was like really apologetic. And my sister-in-law was like, I didn't want to say it to her because she was like offering, you know, she like felt so bad about it, but like, I'm not upset about another sheep. It's like, we had 4, you know, like 5 isn't like that big of a difference. It's, so yeah, so there's 5 sheep now. And we've all, I mean, it's like a couple years off probably, but we've all been lamenting when my sister-in-law eventually like gets a place of her own and takes the sheep with her. Because they're so cute. We've all gotten so attached to the sheep, considering that none of us had sheep on our radar at all until she came home with sheep. I'm like, dude, sheep are pretty tight. These sheep. I had sheep growing up that sucked. But these sheep are they're so social. So yeah. A free sheep and you want to pay my vet bill? Yes. Yeah, so basically every morning my mother-in-law goes out. there's a little bench out in front of my sister-in-law's place. My mother-in-law will go out, sit on the bench. All of the sheep will run over and just ask for scritches. They just sit there and wait to get like loved on. It's very cute. Did y'all ever clear out the mini jungle on the farm? Yeah. We finally got like an industrial mowing situation out there. The only part that still hasn't been dealt with that I still really want to do something with is there's this giant hill that has been there since we bought the property. There's this weird like big hill in the middle of the field that is completely covered in nettles, which is why no one wants to do anything about it. But I think it would be really fun to put something on top of that hill, like just something cute for the kids or something, you know, so they can play King of the Hill or whatever. So yeah, everything has been like tamed and mowed and whatever, so that we can start like more intentionally deciding where we want to just like let stuff do what it wants and where we still need it cut down, you know. But I really want to get the nettles off of this hill. The underside of nettles, so that the top part of the leaf is fine. The underside of nettles have these tiny, tiny little spikes. And when you touch them, they sting you. And it's like an ongoing sting that lasts for a while. There are plants that you can rub on the sting that like neutralize it, but they are not nearly as common and easy to find as nettles. So like our property is covered in nettles, where we let it, you know, which is fine because you can make all kinds of stuff out of nettles. So I don't mind them. We just eat them. We fight back by digesting them, you know? But yeah. They're not deadly or anything. They just sting. They just suck. Will you ever make a property tour video? Absolutely not. Definitely not. Really short answer to that, because a couple of people have asked that in chat today. My entire time that I've been on the internet making videos, I have had issues with people finding where I live, calling my phone, trying to get to my house, whatever. I will do everything in my power to keep that from happening here because we intend for this to be our forever home. So no, unfortunately, people keep asking like, oh, it would be so cool to do like farm streams. I would love that if there were a safe way to do that. But we're not like a warehouse farm, right? We don't have like big industrial barns or anything like that. So everything is pretty out in the open. There's just no way to do it without showing more than we would want to show, you know? Growing up in the country, we used to know where all of the good dock leaf patches were. We never see dock leaves out here anymore. My mother-in-law was saying that for whatever reason, the nettles are thriving. They're doing great. And there's almost no dock leaves around. Right? I used to be like, there's no way. Like, how can people look at just a picture and know where something is? And you know, I guess one of the blessings of geoguessing becoming so huge is you learn the strats. Yeah. You learn how people figure that stuff out. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, so I've learned over the years that we need to be super careful. Topic change. Yeah. Yeah, just, I don't want anybody who like asks for that. I don't want you to feel bad for asking for that or for not thinking of this. It's not something I would constantly think about if not for the problems that I've had doing this for, 13-ish years. So, do you have that sticky plant? That shit sticks to everything. The one that leaves like little balls on you. I didn't know we had those until we got a dog, until we got a long-haired dog, because every single day she comes in from playing outside and is covered in them. And I have to lovingly pick them out of her hair. Which is honestly, it's a good excuse to get her used to like the grooming process, I try to while I'm doing that, I try to, touch her ears, all over her ears, touch her paw pads, the whole thing, so that she's really used to being handled that way to groom her. Yeah, we brush her every day. We brush her every single day. Yeah, somebody was like, you should leave the Sammy hair outside for the birds, which I agree with. The birds are thriving out here, though, because we have sheep, and the sheep leave patches of wool all over the place. So, yeah, they might like the switch up, a different hair type, Maybe some of them are like, I'm not really a sheep person. Bird nest. It's going to be well insulated. Yeah. You played Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden. I did. We played all of it on stream. I beat it on stream. I was very happy with myself. Do you remember what difficulty you played on and how tough it was? We played on whatever the like mid-range, this is how we intended the game to, like normal difficulty, whatever that was, I think. And then how tough it was. So I didn't enjoy the combat mechanics until later on in the game. As you play the game, it gives you a bit more, you have more wiggle room to sort of decide how you want to play it and what mechanics you want to be utilizing more in combat. I wouldn't say that it's particularly tough. There are lots of options to seek out tougher content. So like, regardless of what difficulty you play on, I think they offer you like, there are these like endless fights basically that you can do without spoiling too much info. There are these like constantly increasingly hard fights that you can do if you want that. I just think the combat isn't super strong until you've played a little bit and you're able to be like, oh, I want to do more parrying, or I want to use the gun, or, you know, whatever. My dad had a Samoyed as a kid. By all accounts, the puppy was just a cloud. No thoughts, head empty. Just happy to be there. Yeah. So we have another dog on the property named Mabel. Mabel is a Dog de Bordeaux. She's a Mastiff, a French Mastiff. She's massive and old. She's an old lady dog. She's torn her ACL, you know. And she's very maternal. So she's really interested in Peach and wants to be around Peach, but Peach is too intense for her. So she'll seek out Peach to see what Peach is doing, but the second that there's like renewed interest, right? And Peach is like, Mabel's here. Mabel is trying desperately to get away from her because it's just too much. And so Mabel's been barking at her a lot to kind of be like, chill out, leave me alone, right? So if we see Peach like running for Mabel, we'll immediately follow and pick up Peach, because what winds up happening is Peach sort of like forces Mabel to move faster than she wants to, and she gets uncomfortable and then starts barking like, leave me alone. So trying to avoid that situation, we'll follow and try to pick up Peach, right? So that she leaves Mabel alone. But it's like, it's hard because Mabel does want to like, she wants to be around Peach, but she wants Peach to chill the fuck out. And I'm like, that's not going to happen for a long time. That's not going to happen for a while, right? Like, there's never going to be a moment. Not never, but in the next couple weeks, right? There isn't going to be a moment where she sees Mabel and isn't like, oh, it's Mabel, right? Like, she gets so excited. My old lady Yorkie and our husky had that same vibe. Yeah. It's, who are Peach and Mabel? They're dogs. Peach is our new puppy, and Mabel is an old lady dog that's on the property. And they're trying to establish their relationship a little bit. What's wound up happening also is if Mabel approaches me and Peach is like, it's Mabel, Mabel feels a little bit more comfortable because she knows that we'll interfere, I think. So Mabel will kind of like get right up next to one of us and lean against us, so that there isn't like pressure for her to like move around or like, you know, hobble around with Peach. So I think that helps a little bit. And then Peach can come over and, you know, sniff her butthole and do all those like wonderfully submissive dog things. And then we'll be like, great. And now we'll let Mabel go off and do whatever it is that she wanted to do without getting followed by a literal baby. Are you doing a demo week for Next Fest? Yes. And my mods were super on it. And last week, or maybe even the week before, set up, there is a channel. I'm trying to remember where it is, though. I don't see it right now. There's a channel that's literally for suggesting Next Fest demos. So if there is a demo that you really want us to check out next week, it's pinned in gaming. Oh, there we go. There we go. Here it is. Yes. So it's a forum. It's forum style. So you can suggest a demo in here. And then I can go through and download a bunch of demos and we can start playing them on Monday. It's me. I'm the problem in that forum. Why do you say that? Have you posted a bunch? It looks like there's lots of stuff that's been posted, so that's exciting. Keep in mind, stuff that we already played, I will probably skip just because we don't typically get through a bunch of these. So I've marked them. Oh, the ones that have already been done. With a check mark symbol. Wait, where? Like the first one at the bottom. Oh, okay. So there are more. Lost and Found Co. We already did. Let's see. Hold on. Let me go through. Deltarune. Oh my god. Trash Goblin. I love that. Time is honey. Oh my gosh, so many of these look really good. Oh my gosh, Gestalt. Who's making that? Yeah, my mods are awesome. You know what? The other one, I think I have messed around with off. Like not on stream is what I'm thinking of. So yeah, Lost and Found Co. I think is the only other one. You're absolutely right. Bubblegum Galaxy. That looks adorable. Okay, cool. So go to the Discord, go to gaming, and then click the threads button at the top. Or no, pinned messages. I'm so sorry. Click the little pin at the top of that channel, and it'll link to the forum that's just for Steam Next Fest demos. Between Next Fest and the Summer Game Fest stuff, my wish list is groaning under the strain. You know, I didn't get contacted about too many games. One of them, I have been keeping an eye on for a really long time, actually. Which one is it? Where is it? Grave Seasons. Grave Seasons is one that I've been following since the creator made like a tiny little animation and was like, I have an idea for a game. It would look something like this. I kind of want to make it. I might just go for it. And now it's like happening, which is crazy. It's just so cool. I love that. I love when people are like, I just have an idea and I might just like throw my whole ass into it. It's amazing. Anyways, so Grave Seasons is one. And then the other one is that Picross game, but it's, hold on. Where is that Picross game that I threw on here? That I got linked to. It was from a wholesome game show. Squeakross. Home Squeak Home. It's Picross where you're making the stuff that you're making while doing Picross is items to put inside of a house for a mouse. So it's like a home decorating game, but for a mouse. It's so cute. It looks adorable. Yes, I did check out Tiny Glade, but I can do it again. Yes, so no worries. And thank you very much to the mods that have been working on that and helping out with it. I appreciate it. It feels so odd to like have all of that ready to go, and having been like set up so far ahead of time. It's amazing. Dream Sweeper. Oh my god. Oh my god, and there's a demo. Yeah. Yep. I'm downloading like 50 demos right now. My thing that I need to be better about with these next fests is deleting the demos after. It's not, most of them aren't that big, but like it is so obnoxious to be scrolling through my Steam and be like, oh yeah, a couple of months ago I downloaded 30 fucking demos and they're just sitting there. What's the cage on the floor for? You, chat. It's for a dog. Hell yeah, it looks cozy. Mm-hmm. It deserved, to be honest. We have a puppy now. It's for the puppy. It's where the puppy lives. It's where the puppy stays when I'm working. Excuse me. Did anyone actually believe it was for Clark from the podcast? God, I hope not. God, I hope not. I was, we were goofing about that because she's 6, but like potentially, I've come to realize that for some people, kids are basically the same size and mental capacity until they're like 8. like it's hard to gauge like how able they are to do things or experience the world. But like 8 years old is around the time that people start to be like, oh yeah, well that's a kid. That's a kid that can like do stuff, like play baseball. Like that's a whole ass kid now. So yeah, joking about like, obviously this would not contain a 6-year-old, but potentially there's somebody who was watching that was like, that seems, yeah, a 6-year-old could play in that play. That seems right for them. Yeah. 2 to 8 years old is toddlers. Exactly. Yeah. Are you and Sam going to play Cult of the Lamb? I got 2. Hold on. I'll play them for you. I got 2 voice messages from Jesse that I'm pretty sure he recorded while he was streaming. Ready?
Holy shit, co-op Cult of the Lamb. You, me, the internet. Let's go. Let's make it happen. August 12th, it's happening. Never mind, it's local. Tough shit for you. I'll find someone here.
It was highs and then immediately lows. I was like, what the fuck? And I just sent him a crying face. And he said maybe we could parsec or something. I watched that happen. It was so funny. They're adding co-op Cult of the Lamb. So Jesse was like, let's do it. You, me. Cult of the Lamb. And then immediately followed up with, never mind, it's local. I'm trying to think if I've used. I don't think I've used the Steam remote play thing, but I'm sure it works fine. What happened to press hard to continue? I stopped making videos. It's not an exciting reason. I stopped doing coffee time, and then I stopped doing news, and then I had a baby, and it was just so much easier to maintain streaming than it was to maintain filming, editing, uploading videos. So I just slowly stopped making anything. Yeah. I should quit YouTube, quit social media. What am I going to quit next? Sorry, I thought that I would just freeze frame that for a second in case anybody wanted to meme it. Yeah, I do feel bad though. I've been recognized in public before, and people have been like, I gotta be honest, I don't watch Twitch, which I totally get. Like, I don't watch Twitch. I loved your YouTube stuff, but I don't watch it anymore because I don't watch Twitch. And that's totally fine. And for a lot of people, the experience of watching a VOD for a stream that isn't live, especially on YouTube when you're missing out on chat, feels weird, right? Like you're missing half the conversation, which I totally get. So yeah, I definitely don't hold that against people at all. And I would I would do what a lot of people do and just add chat onto the stream. But it's kind of like up in the air whether or not there's weird legalities around that. Nobody's ever pursued those legalities, but potentially somebody could be like, I'm on your stream and I didn't consent to be on your stream or whatever. So somebody was saying that Ko has figured out a way to have chat show up but not on the final VOD or something weird like that. Like it's I don't know. What's the point of chat on screen if it's not in the VOD? See, that's my thoughts too. Surely the only reason to have chat on the screen is so that it's part of the final VOD, so people know what's happening in chat. I mean, we already do. Every VOD gets uploaded. They're all on the Dexterity Bonus channel, which used to be the Coffee Time channel. Having chat on screen makes me immediately less likely to participate. Reading the question you're replying to works decently well. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I honestly hate the feeling of typing something in chat and then seeing it pop up on the screen with the rest of chat. I dislike that quite a bit. I'm sure I'm not alone. I say a lot of dumb shit. Sometimes it sits there for minutes. Yeah, it's also why if I realize I'm not following somebody that I'm watching, I'll wait until they're offline to follow them because I don't want Dex Bonus started following to pop up on screen because sometimes it's huge. Sometimes it just pops up so big and I'm like, don't. Yeah. I think chat on screen works just fine if there's movement, if chat's moving, right? If chat isn't moving very much, it doesn't help with giving context to what you're talking about. That would be the benefit in my eyes, would be that VOD viewers could see what's happening in chat that I might be responding to while I'm talking. It is one of the reasons that I try to make sure that I'm reading out loud the comment that I'm responding to or whatever, so that you have context for what I'm talking about. But if there isn't a whole lot of movement to chat, which isn't a bad thing, but it does mean that it doesn't add that context to what you might be talking about, you know? Co has a VOD chat website that lets you watch the YouTube VOD and see Twitch chat recorded. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it's wild, the stuff that people can figure out. I do have a blue sky that I think I've still only put one post on. Hold on. I retweeted some Hollow Knight fan art. Yeah. I reposted Firebay's Hollow Knight fan art because I loved it, and I did a goof. And that's all that's happened on Blue Sky. So, I just followed you. Fantastic. Cool mug. What mug? I missed the mug. It's a Dodger Coffee Co. mug. I am gonna tell you a sad thing though. This mug specifically is not being made anymore. The color of the glaze has been discontinued by the people that we buy these from. So we are doing this same shape and style of mug with the same, like, it's going to be the same, except I've chosen a totally different glaze. So if you like the look of this and would like it in a green, maybe kind of like this, keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, I've had to be like, guys, because we have two of these in our house, and I've had to be like, no one drop these, please. I'm begging. Make sure that these stay okay. I think one of them I should probably just like clean super well. Not that they don't get cleaned well, but you know, clean it super well, get it like perfect, and then just put it in my background and not use it, just to like keep it safe. Dooger looks different. Where'd the mushroom hat go? The mushy takes weekends off. Mushy will come back tomorrow. Mushy has good work-life balance. Yeah, yeah. Ba, 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 ba. We're 10 minutes past the hour, or almost 20 minutes. Oh my God, I have to wrap up. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I know this was a super short stream. I just, with the dog and everything, lost track of everything that I said I would do to other people. But it's fine. We've got Sunforge tonight. And tomorrow I'll be back. Mushy and I will be doing some demos. So, again, if you'd like to follow the new Twitter, for whatever reason, it's twitter.com/shroombonus, SHROOM. And go to our Discord if you have a demo that you would like to suggest. See if somebody's already suggested it, and if they haven't, you can add to the forum that's on there. No, I don't mean X. No, I don't. I deleted my Twitter. That's because you're smart. My old Twitter is just sitting there in the ether, screaming in the void. At least let me delete it properly. Jesus. Anyways. Oh my goodness. Spicy. Okay. Let me open up Raid Leader. If anybody would like to suggest someone. And I'll read off our activity feed. Thank you all very much. Court and Justice, thank you for the 35 months. Legacy Starkiller for the 59. Robert for the 90. Mace Windu for the 30. Sinvicta for the 2 years. Thank you so much, bud. Happy anniversary. Fenmio for the 3. And Red Lips Blue Veins for the 41.
Thank you very much.
Ink Violet. Absolutely. Just gonna do my due diligence. Oh, doing some demos. Well, how do you like that? Okay. Fantastic. Go say hi, spread love, spread joy. I appreciate you guys very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and goodbye.